What's good? It's your boy JayThat'sMe. We're going to get into Smackdown from January the 17th, 2025. This was a boring show. Not much of anything happened on this show. It seems like these 3-hour Smackdowns are like Raws, where nothing happens. And that's not a good thing. Again, we are headed into WrestleMania season. And these shows, both Raw and SmackDown, feel lifeless. Whereas NXT, they're doing stuff. It just doesn't make any sense. But it is what it is. So we kick the show off with Rey Mysterio. He comes out. He gets a really good reaction. He says it's great to be back home in front of his people and daughter. Rey Mysterio says he wanted to reminisce as he gets ready to do the impossible again. He says he's going to enter in the Royal Rumble match. Rey then takes it back to 2006, where he entered the Royal Rumble at number 2 and became the Royal Rumble winner for 2006. He talks about how he went on to main event WrestleMania and become the world champion. Rey says he won't lie. He'll be realistic as competition is heavy this year. He mentions Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns, and John Cena. He says it'll be tough, but when he won in 2006, he did it for a friend that we all know very well. So Eddie Guerrero chance to break out. So Kevin Owens, his sorry ass comes out there. He apologizes for interrupting Rey. KO says that he had to come out here because he heard Rey talk about how he's going to win the Royal Rumble. Kevin Owens goes on to say that he respects Rey a lot, saying that there's no one in this industry that he respects as much as Rey. Kevin Owens says Kevin Owens says that he has had a great career. He main evented WrestleMania with Stone Cold Steve Austin. He won the tag titles with then best friend Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. And now he stands here with the Winged Eagle belt. The belt that as a kid, he saw all his idols win. That belt he dreamed of winning, and now he stands as the true rightful WWE champion. But there's one thing left to accomplish for him to make him feel like his career is complete, and that is to step into the ring and have a one-on-one match against Rey Mysterio. He hopes that Rey does win the Royal Rumble. Kevin Owens tells Rey that he has to promise him after winning the Rumble that he'll be the champion that he'll pick to have a match with at WrestleMania. Rey then says that he's all about challenges. He loves competition, but Kevin Owens is not the champion. And he means that with all respect, Cody Rhodes is the champion, but if he wins the Rumble and KO wins, he'd be more than happy to face him for the title. So KO then begins to yell at Rey, telling him that he's a champion and he deserved his title. He asked if Cody has brainwashed him too. KO begins to lose it, and Rey tells him he's acting delusional and reminds him of his son Dominic. And then so KO goes for a right hand. Rey ducks that. He drops kicks KO into the ropes. He's about to hit the 619. KO ducks and gets out of dodge, and that is that. So this is an okay way to start off the show. I like Rey. I'm glad that he's entering in the Royal Rumble. It's great. This Royal Rumble, I believe they said it on commentary. I believe it was either Michael Cole or Pat McAfee on commentary said that the Rumble this year is stacked. And it is. It's stacked. The men's Royal Rumble is stacked. There have been crickets chirping beyond belief with the women's Royal Rumble. Nothing has been announced for that. Not many have entered in the women's Royal Rumble. So I don't know what the hell Triple H is doing with that. But for the men's, he's stacking it up like crazy. Moving on. So Bianca Belair is backstage with Naomi. Naomi tells her She has no update from Nick as to who attacked Jade Cargill. Finally, at least they mentioned Jade Cargill. They hadn't mentioned her in weeks. So Bianca gets angry, but they talk about their match tonight and how they're still tag team champions. So Naomi jokingly tells Bianca that she should tie her braid up to avoid another accident like what happened last week. So Bianca ties her hair up, and that was it. Okay, that's fine there. We all know that Naomi's still in the process of slowly turning heel. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Moving on. So Nick Aldis is with Rey Mysterio, and he tells Rey that he'll give him what he wants. He'll have Kevin Owens one-on-one tonight. So Cody Rhodes comes out of the trainer's room, and he apologizes for not being out there tonight. Rey tells him to rest up, and he'll take care of Kevin Owens tonight. Cody wishes him luck, and Rey dips out. So Cody then talks to Nick Aldis, saying that he's all healed up, and that Nick Aldis tells him he believes there's still a lot of time between the Royal Rumble. What are you talking about? The Royal Rumble is in 2 weeks. That's not bad. Nick Aldis tells Cody that he wants him to sign the contract to avoid a repeat of Saturday's main event. Cody tells Nick Aldis he'll sign it when Kevin Owens signs it. Okay. Again, I don't give a damn about Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes. I just don't give a damn about it. My thing is, what the fuck is Kevin Owens going to do when he's no longer fighting Cody? Does he just go back down the card? I would hope so. He'll probably do something at WrestleMania. I don't know. Moving on. This leads us into our first match of the night. Bianca Belair and Naomi, they defeat Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. So Naomi gets the win via the Bubba Bomb, and that was it. So the match was so-so, I guess. I just don't care about this, really. Just being honest. Again, this is a slow heel turn from Naomi. At some point, Triple H has to get his foot on the gas and get that going. Like, seriously, like, he's barely had his foot on the gas. He's just, barely doing anything with the storyline. And I don't like it. It's a bunch of, bullshit, really. I mean, because Naomi can be a good heel. It's just, she's taking forever to do the deed. Moving on. So, Bayley has a interview with Byron Saxton earlier on in the day. She tells Byron that they all dream about the main event on. My bad. She tells him that they all dream about being in the main event on Smackdown, and that this night is huge for them. She says this time last year, she won the Royal Rumble and she went on to main event WrestleMania. She doesn't know if she fulfilled her potential during her last title reign, and she's a perfectionist. She felt like her reign was cut short because of Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. She tells Byron that we saw what Tiffany can do, and she's willing to turn on her best friend even. And tonight, for her, it's personal. And so Byron then wishes Bayley the best of luck. All right. Again, do I care about this? No, I don't. I like Bayley. I'm a fan of her. I really am. But, man, this is not NXT Black and Gold. We've seen Bayley for years. She's a vet. We get it. But at some point in time, you got to figure out for something else for her to do. Like, seriously. I think Bayley doesn't even need... My bad. I think Bayley doesn't even need to be on the main roster. I think she does need to go back to NXT for a while. Seriously. We've seen Bayley way too much last year and, at the start of this year. Moving on. So, Michin and B-Fab, they're backstage. So, Michin says that the women's U.S. title should have been hers. So, Piper Niven comes in, who tells Chelsea Green that there's no threats detected. It's safe for her to come in. She's wearing like a mall cop suit or whatever, which is funny, that being Piper Niven. So Chelsea Green provokes Michin, but B-Fab tells Chelsea that had it not been for her mall cop Piper Niven, she would not be champion. Piper Niven tells B-Fab not to take another step. B-Fab then tells him she'll talk to Nick Aldis and handle things tonight. All right, that's fine, but do I care about any of this shit? No, I really don't. Moving right along. So, this leads us into Jimmy Uso versus Carmelo Hayes. So, before the match gets started, Carmelo cuts a promo. He tells Jimmy that he's living in his brother Jay's shadow, who's also living in the shadow of Roman Reigns. And then the match proceeds. It's a no contest or a DQ because Tama Tonga gets involved. He pushes Jimmy off the apron. Ref sees it, calls for the bell. And then Jacob Fatu proceeds to destroy Jimmy Uso and Carmelo Hayes, who thought that he was, down with the brothers. It's like, no, bro, like, calm down. So Solo, he shows up, and he can't even get a word out. So Jacob yells at the crowd and tells them to shut the hell up, or they'll leave the same way the Chargers left this city, which is funny. Solo then gets the mic. He can't say anything. He drops it on the mat, takes off his red jacket. He heads through the crowd, and that was it. So Jacob Fatu gets on the mic, and he says, so this is what it's come to. This is it. Jacob says he's tired of the disrespect. He's tired of the hate, of the envy. But envy him all you want. Even on his worst day, you can't touch him. He doesn't care if they cheer or boo them. But one thing he won't let them do is act like he never got his. Jacob tells them that they thought he was crazy or off the hinges. The crazy thing about the situation is he's just getting started. So LA Knight then comes out. LA Knight attacks both Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. He gets the upper hand briefly, and then Braun Strowman comes out, and he takes out Tama Tonga, who jumped over the top rope. Braun Strowman catches him, throws him into the barricade. Then there's a epic stare down once again between Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu, which is great. And so it's official. It's going to be Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman on Saturday night's main event, which should kick fucking ass. So that's great stuff there. I would assume probably on Smackdown next week, there'll probably be a tag team match. LA Knight and Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. That's just common sense. That's common sense. Moving on. So, we cut backstage, and Legado del Fantasma, they're backstage. They talk about their match tonight against the Mercy Machine Guns and how no one is handing them respect. If you want respect, you take it. That's what Legado does. So, the Mercy Machine Guns, they defeat Los Garzas. Nothing to see there, basically. Pretty Deadly, they come out there towards the end of the match. They get involved. Elton Prince, he distracts the referee. This allows for Motor City Machine Guns to hit the Skull and Bones for the 1, 2, 3, and that was it. All right, I don't give a shit about this tag team stuff. Like, this is such a bore. It really is. Like, this is worthless. Come on, seriously. And I'm a fan of Pretty Deadly, but they should be back on NXT. Seriously, that's when they were booked the best. They did so good in NXT. They really did. And in 2.0, they were phenomenal. So, we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. Moving on. So Nick Aldis is backstage with Kevin Owens. He stops him. He tells him that he needs to sign and amend him into his contract. He tells Kevin Owens, Kevin Owens tells him that if Cody didn't sign it, he won't sign it until Cody signs it. He has a match, and he won't read it now. Moving on. So, Piper Niven easily defeats B-Fab. Okay. And then, post-match, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, they beat up B-Fab for a little bit. Out comes Michin. She comes out with the kendo stick. She swings it at Piper Niven. Piper Niven grabs it from her. She goes to swing. But Michin hits her in the face. And then basically Chelsea Green and Piper Niven get out of Dodge. I don't care about this either. I really don't give a damn about this. So then we get a video package tribute to Bob Urker. Okay. Hall of Famer. Okay. That's good. Good stuff there. Moving on. So Byron Saxton is backstage with Tiffany Stratton. He tells her that tonight she defends her title for the first time. So Tiffany tells him that she heard Bayley, and she's right. She's had big moments last year, but so has she. Tiffany says she became the youngest Miss Money in the Bank, and she's now champion. She does not have to recreate moments because right now she has the moment. She says right now it's Tiffy time. All right, okay, that's fine. Main event of the evening, wrestling. My bad. I'm so sorry. I apologize, guys. Kevin Owens defeats Rey Mysterio in an okay match. KO wins via the pop-up powerbomb. Post-match, KO extends his hand. He's about to go for the package pile driver. Cody Rhodes comes out. They have a massive brawl again and everything else. Yada, yada, yada. Same old shit. They're separated. Nick then tells both of them that they are going to sign the contract at Saturday night's main event. They're both going to relinquish their championship belts to be suspended in the air at the Royal Rumble, and they're going to sign the contract. And Nick Aldis says someone else is going to be moderating the contract. My bad. Nick Aldis says someone will moderate that contract signing in San Diego, and it's going to be moderated by Shawn Michaels. Yes, my boy, the homie, the big homie, Shawn Michaels. Love it. So this makes perfect sense. I do like this. This is quite exciting because Shawn Michaels is doing wonders in NXT. He has been doing wonders for the last 4 or 5 years. Actually, no, way more than that. Way longer than that. So this is fine now. Moving on. So we go backstage. Pretty Deadly, they're backstage and they're stopped by DIY. So both teams begin to argue and bicker back and forth about how they didn't plan, how their plan didn't work out. Tommaso Ciampa calls them a joke and everyone starts laughing at them. If they want a shot at their tag titles, they have to act like men. So Gargano tells them to chin up, and they'll see him next week. So DIY walks away. So Apollo Crews then comes in, but Pretty Deadly, they walk away, and then Gargano attacks Apollo Crews, and then he throws him into some WWE backstage equipment. All right, that's fine there. Do I care about this shit? No. Main events, no, my bad. We get a vignette talking about Charlotte Flair. So we get a hype video. So we all know she's coming back at the Rumble. This is fine, but we didn't really need this at all. Period. We all knew Charlotte was coming back, but we just didn't need to know she's coming back right now. It should have been, a surprise at the Rumble. I mean, is Becky Lynch gonna get one too on Raw? Come on. So Roxanne Perez is in attendance for the main event. So Tiffany Stratton defeats Bayley. She retains the WWE Women's Championship. Match was solid. Match was really, really solid. Bayley put out a bunch of crazy moves. She did an insane suplex on the outside off of the announce table. That was great. She did Bayley to belly on the outside as well. And then she hit the Rose plant, but Tiffany kicked out. Then Tiffany went for the cartwheel Alabama slam, and then she hits the prettiest moonsault ever, and she gets the win, and that was it. And Roxanne Perez was just there just to be there. She didn't even factor into the finish at all. So this is fine. Good match overall, but Smackdown was boring, though. It was just boring. Just 3 hours of nothing. And that's not good. Triple H has to do better. Once again, we are on the road to WrestleMania. Do better. Get your head out of your fucking ass and do better. This show was boring to me. But what did you guys think of SmackDown? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.